So let's start off this week's weekly roundup in the world of golf, where Xander Schauffele birdied the last hole to avoid going into a playoff with fellow American Bryson DeChambeau. Schauffele broke the course record on the first day, where he shot a round of 62 to break the previous record of 63. This was then equalled by Irishman Shane Lowry just a day later, who narrowly missed a birdie putt on the 18th to set a new record of 61. However, the event was marred by the death of John Mills, who was working security at the event after he was struck by a shuttle bus, and the arrest of world number 1, Scotty Scheffler, after he misunderstood the new traffic situation at the event following the death of Mills. In tennis, Alexander Zverev is the form man going into the French Open, as he prevented an all-Chilean final between Alejandro Talibo and Nicolas Jarry by defeating the pair in the semi-final and final respectively to lift the men's Italian Open title. And on the women's side, Iga Swiatek continued her dominance of the women's game as she comprehensively defeated her two main French Open rivals, Coco Gauff and Aryna Sabalenka, to take the crown in Rome. And speaking of the French Open, qualifying for the second major of the year got underway on Monday in Roland Garros, where 2018 and 2019 men's finalist Dominic Thiem, who for some bizarre reason wasn't given a wildcard to the main draw, got through his first match 2-1, despite losing the first set to Italian Franco Aggemeno. Rugby League now, and both the men's and women's Challenge Cup finals are set, as on the men's side, the Wigan Warriors thrashed Hull KR 38 points to 6 in Doncaster to set up a final at Wembley with the Warrington Wolves, who similarly destroyed the Huddersfield Giants 46 points to 10 in St Helens. And on the women's side, the final is going to be between St Helens and the Leeds Rhinos, as Saints battered York Valkyrie 32 points to 2 in Doncaster, and Leeds defeated the Wigan Warriors 34 points to 20 in St Helens in what ended up being a much closer affair. Both finals are to be contested at Wembley on Saturday the 8th of June, with the 1895 Cup final also taking place on that day, with this year's final being contested by Wakefield Trinity and the Sheffield Eagles. In cycling, Slovenian Tadej Pogačar extended his lead at the top of the Giro d'Italia overall standings to 6 minutes and 41 seconds over British rider Geraint Thomas as he romped home to victory to take stage 15. And with only 6 stages left, it's almost a certainty that Pogačar will win the first Grand Tour of the year. And finally, a bit of happy news which will certainly please our Welsh listeners from the world of table tennis, as teenager Anna Hersey became the first Welsh player to ever qualify for the Olympic Games in table tennis, as she came through a tough European qualifier last weekend to book her ticket on the train to Paris. She's also the first British player to qualify for the Games in table tennis, although that's highly likely to change once England's Liam Pitchford gets his spot through the world rankings. So a nice wholesome one to end off there, and obviously congratulations to Anna for qualifying for her first Olympic Games. And if there's a sport or topic that we didn't discuss on today's show that you think we should have, then please let us know either through our email, which is thesportsexchange@gmail.com, or through our various social media platforms, which are at thesportsexchange24 on X, at thesportsexchange_24 on Instagram, and just simply The Sports Exchange on Facebook. So that's it for the debut episode of The Sports Exchange. Be sure to join us next Thursday, where we'll be discussing all the latest major stories in the world of sport and exclusively interviewing the people that surround them. Bye for now.